I'm leaning on the everlasting arm. If I can see it, then I can feel it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. 'Cause I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. If I just spread my wings. I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful sound. But there are miracles in life I must achieve. But first I know it starts inside of me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can feel it. If I just believe it, then there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. Yes, I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. If I just spread my wings, I believe I can fly. And one more selection before I go. One second. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord God, my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. All I have needed, thine hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thine hands have provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Summer, winter, springtime, and harvest, sun, moon, and stars in their course mercy and love. Oh, great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Oh, I have needed, thine hands hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Mr. Alex Harris, the chairman of General Tours Global Traveler. Unfortunately, he cannot be here today because he was admitted in the hospital, had just returned this afternoon. He has sent me a statement, asked me to read it on his behalf. Each of us is offered a beginning and an end to our lives. It is important to be able to fill that time with positive values and actions. Peter Mahta did. Not only was he a devoted husband, an able executive of Air India, an engaging dinner companion, and a social mixer, but in addition, he retained real values as a human being by being kind, accessible, and helpful to others. I would like to cite one incident in my relationship with Peter, which demonstrates those values. My company had a strong relationship with Pan American Airways. At one time, we were handling a large movement of tourists to India on Pan American Airways. They were bumped, that means they were denied boarding because of an important government delegation that needed seats on that very particular day. The client's date could not be changed. If I didn't resolve this looming disaster, their plans would be spoiled and they would never expect General Tours again. I turned to Peter to book my group on Air India. Unfortunately, he was unable to accept as they were booked to capacity on the required date. Unknown to me, Peter called another airline that competed with Air India and placed my group with them, thus protecting me from losing the business and facing embarrassment. He never chided me for not booking with Air India originally. That unselfish gesture cemented our friendship and my loyalty to Air India to this very day. Thanks again, Peter. Thanks again, old friend. Rest in peace, knowing we love, respect, and honor you. Alex Harris. Now I call upon Nancy Coe. Nancy is the lady who was the very first employee that Mr. Mahta hired in the United States. And Nancy, Come on in. A Chinese American to be the first employee of Air India in the United States.
Before I read a letter, I'd like to say something for myself. I was interviewed and hired by Mr. Mahta at 425 Park Avenue, a small office within the Tata Inc. in June 1959. I was the first reservation agent he hired locally. I stayed in Air India for 40 years. This was my first job and my last job in the United States. I will always remember him in my heart, and my heartfelt sympathy to Mrs. Mahta. The following is a condolence message from Dora Ann Gasta, also known as Dawn, now in retirement at near 92 and residing in Cincinnati, Ohio. I had the pleasure of meeting the late Peter Mahta in Hong Kong in 1955 when he was the regional manager. Later on, when I was posted to New York in 1959, I worked closely with him since the inception, along with Pat Kearney, Ashoka Dutt, and Nani Mehta. All these folks have gone to their rewards, and this tribute comes jointly from them, as well through myself as the last surviving person. Peter Mahta, our boss, was an articulate person, full of wisdom and great vision. He was a soft-spoken man who treated all of his staff with great dignity. He was not known to raise his voice, despite the frustration that came with daily work life. He was quite comfortable interacting with the famous and the not so famous. He made all feel welcome and respected. With hard work and a quiet determination, he took Air India to great height in making its operation known in USA and Mexico. The advertisement in New York Times were very catching and well received. He contributed greatly in its production with Mr. Albert Van Brandt, our advertising agent. He now rests in eternal peace, but will be remembered by many who came in contact with him. His wife, Carola Marlin, also deserves mention for her love and the steadfast dedication in staying close to his wonderful man for 45 years. Rest in peace, Peter. Dawn N. Gaster.
Now I call upon another Air Indian, Pallavi Shah. Pallavi.
Malena reminded me this morning that the gorgeous sari she's wearing, I helped put it on her 45 years ago. And that, in fact, was one of the first major, very glamorous events that Air India sponsored, called the $1 Million Maharaja Gala. From that point on, we went on to do many, many wonderful things. And I was fortunate to be allowed to do this by Peter Mahta, who kind of had a sort of trust in me and would allow me to do things that nobody really knew if it would work. But he kind of said, well, you know what, let's try it. And we did. And thanks to him, it's been a pivotal moment of my life, 25 years there and dear, and I really thank him almost every single day. And you too, Marlene. This is a letter from Bill Stern of Lowe's Hotels. I'm remembering all the great times we had together, and this goes back many years when we both were working. The great trips Peter arranged for us at that time, India to start, Nepal, the Great Pyramids in Egypt, and anywhere that Oberoi hotels were located, and all at no cost to us. And even after we both retired, the running. He talked me into running, which I did for many years with great joy, until my knees finally gave out. And how we enjoyed watching Peter's success when he ran the marathon each year. And of course our dinners when we moved to California 10 years ago. We were close to tears when we realized that we lost a wonderful friend. Malena, you must think of yourself now that you're alone. Love, Bill.
Our next speaker actually has flown all the way from Los Angeles to be here this evening. Someone who worked very closely with Mr. Mahta and now is a successful businessman. May I introduce to you Mr. Feroz Dodi.
We have gathered over here this evening to pay our homage, respect, and celebrate the life of Mr. Mahta. In the days of regulated industry, all airlines applied the same fares.